Oh.
Hello and welcome to Realness's review of Survivor Ghost Island, season 36, episode 6, 7. It's kind of like 6, 7, but it's called Gotta Risk It for the Biscuit.
Yeah.
My name is Michael Pez, and this is
Chantele Francis.
And we're going to be going through Survivor, the last episode, which
It's getting better.
It was good. It's getting better. Yeah, I like how it's leading up to something that's going to be shocking, and I feel like there's going to be more twists to come, which is great. But I like when they're all on the same beat, so I can't wait for the merge.
Yes, exactly. I know it's kind of like pre-merge Survivor is good, yes, but it's like you don't really know how the game is going, or you don't really necessarily know who to root for. You root for maybe like, I like Malolo better, I like Navidi better, or in that sense, but like you can't really vote for a person yet. But when it comes down to like everybody on one tribe, it's like your favorites become apparent.
Yeah. I had my favorites on this season, but I'm just like I don't know, like I know who's not going to win. You can already still tell that there's some people that you know that's who's not going to win. Chelsea's not going to win. Desiree's not going to win. Jonathan is not going to win. Laurel's not going to win.
What about Libby?
Libby's not going to win.
So, Angela?
Angela's not going to win.
Angela's never going to win. Angela's like probably out next episode. She's actually
with the merge. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, she's the merge boot.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Do you feel like? Oh, wait, never mind. Let's start, because I'm like, do you feel like the merge is going to be the?
We're talking about the next episode when we're talking about.
I know, that's what I mean. But like, when the merge happens, do you think it's going to be like that's going to be the Dom Chris showdown when they merge?
Well, that's what they kind of are insinuating.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody's going to have to choose sides, so it's basically going to be the two different fighting factions of Chris versus Dom.
Cool. Little Michael's just gonna slide on through.
Yeah, Michael's just like, well, he'll probably choose. Who is he on the tribe with first?
No one. He's never been on a tribe with Dom or Chris. They don't even know him.
Who do you think he would side with? The other model? Models align.
Michael's not a model. He's just beautiful. I don't. Who knows? But Michael's just gonna become like the alpha male. He's just obviously good. But like then there's Wendell. So I think Wendell's gonna Wendell, Michael, Dom, Chris, Kellen, and missing probably the winner. But those five are gonna be the final five. Not the final five, but like they're gonna one of those people is gonna win.
I didn't hear who you said, but
Dom, Michael, Kellen, Chris, and Wendell.
Oh, yeah. I can say that. So only men can win in your world?
That's what Kalen.
Oh, Kellen. I can't stand her. Sorry. Okay, let's go on to the episode. There are still 14 players left in this game. Like, considering only 7 people have left, I feel like a lot of game has been happening. I feel like the show has been, there's a lot going on in the show.
Yeah.
I think that Ghost Island has been a dud. I'm kind of annoyed that it's called Ghost Island when it's not really even about Ghost Island.
This is more Ghost Island than Ghost Island, okay?
Right, me saying Ghost Island is more Ghost Island than Ghost Island. I know. I had more excitement over what I thought Ghost Island was before preseason, in preseason, than it is right now. And I'm like, it's fine because it's still regular Survivor pretty much. It hasn't been tainted with, because I don't necessarily love twists or love Idol Armageddon. I don't necessarily like that. Sari getting voted out just because she didn't have an advantage of some sort. I don't necessarily like that. But if they're going to call something Ghost Island and it's supposed to be all these relics of these past idols and immunity, whatever, advantages, make it be about that.
Yeah, put dead bodies everywhere or something. I don't know.
stick to the original format. When the people go to the Ghost Island, they get immune from Survivor Council. I think we talked about this last week, or I mentioned that I was like annoyed by it last week because I still am. And also, I think they should win something every time, and they have to like either conceal it or share it. Like, I feel like the fact that they play the game, they don't win anything. I think that's a dud. Like, because it's really not really good TV. Like, who wants to see a chance game where someone loses on television? There's nothing about that is interesting.
I know, that's why they probably they win every single time if they do it.
Well, no, there's like no game for you.
Oh, that.
So annoying.
Chantel's worst words to ever say to Chantel. No game for you.
Like, it's just so annoying. Like, I think that even if they got no game for you, they should still get some sort of advantage or something. I don't know what. Yeah. Ghost Island done, but
no game for you. But here's the steak.
Something.
Yeah.
Something. So we start off the episode with Michael waking up. I think was it you that was watching it saying that he looks kind of rough? No, maybe it was my other.
He looks rough.
He looks rough when he woke up, but he's still a little cutie pie. I know that you're crushing on him, man crush Sundays. And he decides that he doesn't give a crap. He is going to go and look for the idol. And I'm like down with it. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, okay, in the last, say, 5 seasons, everybody goes and looks for an immunity idol and they find them. So why would they allow Mike to go look for an immunity idol? And Des is like, oh, he's looking, he's looking, but it's 3 against 1. Like, we got the numbers. It's like, but he could be taking you out. Like, if he gets an idol. Yeah, A, exactly. Why are they either not looking, or B, why are they not, like, monitoring him and, like, at least knowing if he has one?
Well, we've seen in the past that Des doesn't care. She'll just look at his bag.
Fine, but, like, maybe he will hide it.
Yeah, maybe, like, okay. But, like, yeah, I agree. I maybe they're just, like, letting him have his time to shine. I don't know. But congratulations, he found one.
Found the stick!
Found the stick, which I love the way they talk about it. They're like, it's been living on Ghost Island for so long that it has become an actual idol.
I mean, it's really cheesy how they do it, but I liked it.
And I like funny. It's funny. It was great.
And I like the clip of how so obviously created in Micronesia when he was on Exile Island, and he hid it, and then Jason found it, and he wants to use the stick to save Eliza, and then Eliza sees the stick. She's like, it's not an idol. And he's like, well, of course it is. He's like, it's a fucking stick. I know. But he does attempt to use it anyways at the tribal council, and Jeff is like, this is not an immunity idol. And Eliza
and then threw it in the fire.
Eliza is done. The next week that I think it was Ozzy was out, and then Jason was out. So they're kind of saying like this stick, everybody that touches the stick is cursed. And so because now, as you mentioned, it's been living on Ghost Island for 10 years, it's now have the power of a real idol, and it's not just a fucking stick.
Great. So I get points for Michael finding an idol without a clue.
Shite! How many points is that?
I believe that's 25.
What?
Yeah.
Ew. Oh my god, didn't you get another 25?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm a slow burner, you know, like.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't even know who I have left. Laurel.
Remember, you haven't lost anybody. You still have 5 people.
Wait, but who do I have? Who do you have? Okay, you have Mike, Chris.
Let's talk about your list. It's shorter.
Well,
okay. Well, I have Jonathan. I have Chris. I have Wendell. I have Angela. I have Bradley. I have Michael, I have Desiree, I have Chelsea, and I have Kellen.
Like, you say your team, and the only person I like on your team is like Wendell/Mike. Yeah. Like, I hate your team so much, and you're winning so good. Okay, and so then I have Libby, Laurel, Dominic,
Jenna.
Oh God, and
Sebastian.
I mean, no offense, I still like my team better. Like, I like those people better, collectively.
Yes.
I mean, I had all the power hard hitters, and they went out first.
I know.
So next time I'll change my strategy. I'll just pick people that I hate, and that the audience most likely hates.
There you go.
Because most likely, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that they're going to be that impactful for the game.
Okay.
Anyways, we'll see. So yeah, what happens next? So
they go to the reward challenge, and the reward challenge is where they have to spell a word using blocks, but each one of them is holding a rope. And so,
as an immunity challenge, I think it was last season, and I thought it was a really good challenge. I feel like it works a little bit better as an immunity challenge because it's a little bit more, because it's so intense and you have to hold the wire so thick, like tight. And so like I feel like the reward is not as much odds. So like the holding the rope doesn't have as much tension. Like it's not as captivating. I don't find. I mean, I love the challenge itself, but I think it works better as an immunity challenge personally.
Yeah.
And I feel like the strategy
is hard.
But I think the strategy behind it would just be like, okay, who has the letter? Let's make it perfect so they don't need to have any tension on their rope. And they just go and run up and put their block out and go back down, recenter. Who has the next letter? Let them have like slack on their rope, run in. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would be, I mean, they must have tried it. It didn't work or something because it just seems like that would be the obvious strategy.
It just, and then they're all just yelling at each other. Just yelling and screaming at each other. Don't, and like, so that's when we finally see like Bradley and Jonathan have like, he's yelling at Jonathan, and like, this is like the downfall of Bradley for this like episode. It's like, Bradley just seems like from past episodes as well. He's a dick.
He's a dick.
He's a dick. He's just one of those people like.
Even if Jonathan was holding the rope or like had like tension on the rope, like no matter what, anybody be like, don't, like it's gonna make you a little bit more nervous, and you're going to do whatever like that person thinks that you're gonna do, or you're gonna drop it, you're gonna knock it over. Like you kind of just have to like ease in. I mean, if you want to really say that, just be like, Jonathan, just relax in the rope a little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit more gentler as opposed to like high stress inducing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's already stressful enough that you have to balance across this beam, and then you're carrying this letter. There's this rope, and it's like you could just topple this thing over, and then you're the reason why. There's so much pressure. So don't yell at somebody. You have like Bradley
barking in your ear. I'd just be like,
yeah.
Shut.
Like, could you imagine like doing open heart surgery and Bradley's in the room? Like,
well, this is actually kind of reminds me. Like, so what day is it today? Today's Sunday. So on Friday night, a girlfriend's birthday, and we ended up playing Jenga, and it was me and the two other girls, and Jenga got intense. So we got to like, I think it was the 32nd level. Like it was super high and it was my turn. Okay. And like, I thought it was going to topple like 10 turns ago. Like it was like really hard. So I finally got this one piece that was kind of wiggly, but like you could already see that it was like slanted. Like it was ready to fall over, and everybody's watching and standing around watching me like, oh, and I'm like, guys, I'm gonna like kill you. And one of them was like, no, and I knocked it over. So I understand.
Have you ever played like the adult Big Jenga?
I've played Big Jenga before.
I've had it so like the pieces are like this.
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
And
In Vancouver, there's a place at Gilton Company, in this back alley, like hallway behind the restaurant. But it's between the walls of the restaurant. They have like adult giant bingo or Jenga.
And just like when that thing topples over, it makes a noise. I used to go to this bar. It's called, not used to go to this bar, but it used to be in this bar called Pegasus. Pegasus is this gay bar in Toronto, and they had this big Jenga thing. But like when that thing fell over, the whole bar would like think that it's like some terrible hate crime that happened. Like, Jesus Christ! Like, what the fuck? It's so funny.
So I understand the pressure though, and if Bradley was there critiquing me pulling out a Jenga piece, I would have had to knock him upside his head, and I might not have been able to. I might have faltered under the pressure.
Yeah, but you kicked off the show for hurting somebody, because that person needs to be hurt. That person needs to be slapped across the face.
Yep.
Okay, so who wins?
Navidi.
Shocking. Purple winning every single thing all the time.
Absolutely. And then Wendell has the final piece, and he's slowly going back, and
Badoo wins. Whatever.
Like, you knew, yeah. But I'm like, I keep on mixing up with Yuha from Drag Race. I'm like, who's who?
Either way. Okay, so that means for reward challenge, for point system, I get 5, 10.
I don't know who's on what side. Tell me.
I get 15 points.
Wait, just for who?
For Jonathan, Chelsea, and Bradley. And you get 10 points for Libby and Dominic.
So can you explain what these points are?
These points are for the reward points, because they get...
So everybody but Malolo?
Does Wendell in that group get...
I'm just asking.
Did they get reward?
They got second reward. They just got the kebabs.
Oh, okay, then they get the reward too. So then you get an additional 15.
I get everybody.
You get 25 altogether.
Yeah, I get everybody on my tribe.
And I get...
Not Kelly.
And I get 25.
Right.
Yes.
Who am I missing then? So Chris got a part of the reward, and Wendell got part of the award.
Yes.
Angela, Des, and Kellen, right, did not make the reward.
And Michael, yeah. Perfect.
Oh, and Michael, sorry.
So we're standing at point system right now, 230 versus 330.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to keep track of that. Perfect.
Okay, so then Kellen goes to Ghost Island, so I get another 10 points. And she gets sent there, and she's like, oh my God, it's just so terrible that I'm getting sent. She's actually starting to become a whiny bitch.
Well, like, and I am a proponent of law of attraction, creating your own life. Like, the energy, what you speak out to the universe comes back to you. Like, I believe in all that stuff. But her being like, I'm just going to go and, like, listen to my gut. And, like, my gut, and I'm just going to listen to my gut. And I'm just like, I'm going to fucking strangle you, and hopefully you'll puke from your gut, because you're so annoying. Okay, I'm not really a violent person. I would never strangle her. But I can't hear her say my gut anymore. Just trust your gut. Just trust your gut.
Jesus. Why not, though?
Well, it's just kind of like, they chose her, which was a good play. The fact that she's already been on Ghost Island before, so they don't want everybody to know necessarily the secrets of Ghost Island, or like they kind of would rather have someone that they can kind of trust Kellen, because they know the merge is coming soon. So chances are she won't need to use whatever she gets from Ghost Island before the merge, and then they will have that on their side former Navidi. So I think that's a good play with getting someone that's on the opposite tribe, but it's still part of like their numbers emerge. But I just wish it wasn't her. I wish it was someone that I liked more.
Yeah, well, she gets there and she breaks an urn. She's like, oh, follow the fire. There should be like, they should like scare the shit out of them. Like it should be at nighttime and scare the shit out of them.
And they need, like, they don't even have fire. It's just like dark. But
there's like all this rice for them. Like there's just like, they should go like have luxury, but like at the same time, I don't know. It should be like whatever. It should actually be like a big like spectacle. But she goes and breaks an urn, and then she has to like do so. I just kind of missed that, but she actually gets her immunity challenge, or sorry, immunity.
So she has the 3 things in front of her, and she's like, I'm gonna have her over here, and it's like, I feel that like I'm unraveling my fate. I believe in all these things, but it just sounds really annoying when she says it. I'm sorry, guys. And she wins a really whack one. Steal a vote.
Is that what she wanted? Steal a vote? Is that what that Michaela thing is? Oh, because Michaela was the one that you could steal the vote, and then Michaela was the one that got kicked off for it. Remember Michaela? I liked her.
I liked her too. She was a little bit of a hothead.
Yeah, she was good. But she gets this thing, so moving forward, Kellen, whatever the fuck her name is, got this Michaela thing, and we move on. Cool. Will she ever use it? Hopefully not. I hope she like gets voted off with it in her
pocket. Yeah. Isn't she your winner pick? No, Mike is.
No, Michael is.
She's a lot of people's winner pick in like the Survivor like Reddit boards.
I'm sure she does win. I wouldn't be surprised if she wins. That's why she's in my 5 to win. So. Okay, so they get back to camp, and Navidi gets back to camp, and they're like, yay, we're going to eat steaks tonight. Come on, Outback Steakhouse. And that's what I'm going to have tonight. I'm going to have a big friggin' steak for dinner tonight. I'm so hungry.
I'm a vegetarian / vegan.
I'm going to eat a salad on your behalf on the side of the steak. Maybe some steamed veg. So they get back, and, like, they just talk about how, oh God, his face just bothers me. That fucking Bradley guy. And,
he goes to, the next actual scene was Wendell's camp, whoever that was. And like, and where did the storyline come from now that Wendell has a girlfriend and they need to sing happy birthday to her? Like, this just kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, what? It's like, okay.
No, like, what? Like, did we miss the live feed? I don't know.
Who's your girlfriend? Like, you've never.
Is she there? Is she on the island?
Never had a confessional about your girlfriend. You've never talked to her about like, oh, me and my girlfriend like love this show, and like I finally got on. We auditioned together, like whatever. Like I don't know what it is, could be, but like there's no mentioning of the girlfriend. But all of a sudden, this tribe is singing happy birthday to some person we do not know. So I was wondering though if it was like a red herring for his boot episode. I was like, uh-oh.
Or maybe it's a lingering thing that she's the loved one that comes and visits, and then he proposes to her.
Stop! I didn't think of that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I just came up with that myself. In the moment.
That's a good one, actually. I wouldn't have thought of that, but maybe that's the thing.
Yeah, like for them just to throw some like a random happy birthday thing in there.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
But then it actually led along to Wendell after they had their reward, and he's like, everybody's like sleeping and getting blank itis. He's like, I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to gain firewood and look for the idol.
Who, Wendell?
Yeah.
Did I miss this?
What?
Oh no, it's happening now. Okay, no, because first they went back to the Navidi, and now they went back to this camp. Because I'm watching it on TV, and I'm like, that didn't happen yet. I'm watching it like live right now.
Oh, I was just following what you were saying, because you were saying that we went to.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
So does he find an idol?
Did you not watch the episode?
I watched it like 4 o'clock in the morning, so.
Okay, well, he goes idol hunting, and he finds the idol, which was the necklace that Eric had. I can't remember which season it was, where Suri asked Natalie if she thinks that she can convince Eric, I think he's the ice cream scooper, to give her the idol, and they wouldn't vote him off. And he does it, and he gets voted off by those little sneaky girls. And so it's the big shelled necklace idol.
I'd like to give my immunity necklace to Natalie.
Yeah.
Right? And then Eliza's face.
I think it was still Micronesia.
That was still Micronesia, yeah.
There's a lot of bad stuff went on in that season, because that was like the James season. Or was that James's first season?
No, yeah. That was James. That was the second, because it was fans versus favorites.
Okay, right. So it was James's second season. So that was the one where not the one where you got voted off of 2 idols, James.
That's the one where you got voted off of 2 idols.
Man, what a blundering season.
Yeah.
The stick and giving away your immunity idol and get voted off.
That's why Poverty won that season. She was just like, yeah.
Oh, I love Poverty.
I loved her too. Like, my buddy Jason says that by hands down, she goes down as she goes down as the best Survivor player ever.
I'm still a big Boston Rob fan, but it's also because I just think I love him.
We should go to that Boston Rob thing. I totally would go.
It's not Boston Rob. That's Rob Cesternino. He was also a 2-time Survivor player. Played on a season with Boston Rob, the first. Yeah. But I listen to his podcast on a daily basis, so I'm familiar with his voice. I listen to him every day. So I totally do.
You love him.
He's married to a Nicole.
To Nicole? Who's Nicole?
Hey, Nicole. His wife's name is Nicole. And so it's just funny because they do an after Survivor. Him and Stephen Fishbach do a podcast called The Know-It-Alls after Survivor. And so they were just like joking about the fact that like, not his Nicole, because Rob is married to a Nicole. Like, Wendell's Nicole. Like, who is she?
Who's she? He's going to propose to her. She's going to be the loved one. All right, so that's an extra 25 points for Wendell finding an immunity without a clue. So you're at 230. I'm at 365. Cool. And then we move on to the burning of the flag.
Yes.
Come on, Malolo. You keep losing. So what are you gonna do? We're just gonna burn our flag. We're not even a tribe anymore. So that might be a good thing.
This is like Malolo is a curse, and no matter who's on the tribe, which is really true. Like, it's been shooken up so many times that like it's still the loser. It's just perpetually losing.
Now you're into a lot of spiritual things. The burning of something, does that signify, like, would that signify getting rid of a curse kind of thing?
I would say yes, because with fire, the element of fire itself, once you burn something down, it's actually an opportunity for transformation. It's like allowing for it to change, take form. It's completely changing its like how it is seen in this moment, like in matter state, and it's changing its matter state. So it can be transformational.
It's like I was always told, like when I was a kid, like my parents used to do Ouija boards, and they were like, "Don't ever do it," and blah blah blah. And I was like, and I always never believed them, but they said, "But if you do it, make sure you burn it." And I was like, oh, "Okay, cool." So like, I just wanted to think, like, was that a good thing that they did it? Because burning a flag is also like, if someone burns the American flag, that's bad. So it's just like, it's kind of that weird thing where they're burning a flag, but they wanted to get rid of the curse, Ghost Island, so I get it. But I just wanted to touch base.
I think that, especially with, I believe in obviously intention and like thoughts, and so if they believe that burning the flag will help alleviate their losing streak, superstition, the way superstition works is just how much you believe in something, right? So if they believe it, it'll happen. It'll work for them. So that also is an element of the kind of the tradition that they kind of created with burning that flag. Yes, it's transformational, but also it allows them to all collectively believe that they have gotten rid of the curse, if that makes sense.
Oh.
So it's a combo. Yeah, so Malolo's bad juju is gone. He burned the flag. I did actually, when I was watching that, was like a little bit like, ooh, burning a flag, as you were saying before, but I understood where they were coming from, of course.
Yeah, and so they go to the immunity challenge, and the immunity challenge is they have to swim across this thing, jump into the water, climb up this thing, and then get over to this platform. So there's 4 of them on each side. Mm-hmm. Who sat out?
Sat out. Jenna and Chelsea sat out.
Okay, there should have been points for like sitting out during a challenge or something. So it really comes down to swimming, getting back with these rings, and then there's going to be a thrower, and like it's like a ring toss after that. To the point, are you going to ring tosses?
Note though, Jeff making a little comments on the like during the competition where he's like sees Michael first. He sees like Dominic like really awkwardly jump off like I don't even know what to describe him as, and then like on the top of the platform Michael just like swan dives into the water, and Jeff loves it. He's like, that is how you do it on Survivor. It's like, he really wants that to be like the new token slogan, I think.
That is how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Oh yeah, he just did this.
The perfect swan dive.
The perfect swan dive, and I'm like, he gets more attractive every minute of the day. God.
So yeah, then we're at the ring toss, and Jonathan was doing pretty well. He got the first ring on the little hook thing. And Dominic was just like he was just he was winded. He was like not helpful with the ring toss. And I think that definitely cost him, because like Jonathan just kept on having to throw because Dominic was too winded.
Yeah.
So it allowed for Malolo and Yanuya.
Yeah.
And in the end, they caught up enough that hardcore Wendell tosses it on, 6th ring, wins it for Yanuya.
Yanuya. And then Malolo, because they burned their flag, they win too. So it was great setting. So I guess that means they all got immunity. So winners of immunity, 20 points. 20 points plus 5 plus 5.
Sorry, what's happening?
I'm just doing immunity points.
So who gets the immunity points? Is it 5 points?
It's 5 points. And
so immunity is
I get
Chris.
Chris, Wendell, Angela, Michael, Desiree.
Desiree's not. She got immunity.
She got immunity.
Desiree?
Yeah.
Isn't she?
John Malolo.
Oh, right, because they swapped again. I got confused. And then Kellen is so yeah.
1,
and then I got points.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 5 is 30 points. And you get
25.
How much?
25, no? Didn't everybody?
25? No, you get Laurel.
Oh, Libby. So 20. Sorry, Libby isn't. She was on the losing tribe.
Libby and Dom you don't get, but you get.
So 15.
5, 10, 15.
I keep on confusing people. I'm sorry.
It's all good. No, it's a very confusing season when it comes to like who's on tribes, and I've never done it. Like I've never done a game with somebody like this where we have to try to figure out point systems on immunities and stuff when there's 14 people left. And so right now you're at 245 and I am at 395. Jesus Christ. All right. Thanks, Wendell and Michael, for finding those idols. Okay, so looks like they have to do something here with the Navini tribe going back, and they're all like, okay, well, who do we get rid of? Well, we get rid of Jonathan because him and Laurel are on that. Not Laurel.
Helen. Wait, who? Libby.
Yeah, they were like Libby or Jonathan. Looks like they're gonna go. But then everyone's like, they fucking hate Bradley. Bradley's like for Dawn to call Bradley a little son of a bitch. I was like, wow. And Dom can work with a lot of people. Like, he's a construction supervisor. Like, I think I've already said this. Like, he's already, like, he knows how to talk to people. To have that arrogant piece of shit just be able to, like, just bark orders left, right, and center about everything. That's like a construction supervisor and a contractor working together. That's what it's kind of like. You have this construction supervisor who's manual labor, and then you have this other guy who's in a suit on a job site. And that's where I can see the butting of the heads.
But the thing is, though, also is that Bradley is just like so unaware of like how he's coming across to people. Like, I don't know if I'm just overly perceptive, but like if I say something that doesn't land or people take it the wrong way, like it's like an instant, you can feel that energy that like people are just like, you know, like it's just like, I don't know if I'm just more in tune, but like it just seems like it would be really obvious, the energy after all of his comments. And I don't know if he's choreographing it on the show, like with, you know, the editing, but it just seems like it would be very obvious that what I was saying, if I were him, was not flying with the other tribe mates.
Yeah, it wouldn't fly with me.
Would not. So yeah, they're saying Bradley is a pain in the ass. Especially, well, but Libby started off though, like when they came back to their camp, and they're just like, we lose as a tribe, we win as a tribe, because Dominic, God, those two names are going to drive me crazy. Dominic was kind of apologizing for not being able to really follow through in the challenge, and that he was just gassed, and he felt like as though it was his fault that they lost the thing. And so Libby was being supportive, but she kind of knows she has to kiss a little butt, being like, we win as a tribe, we lose as a tribe. And then that's when the montage of Bradleyism started to come in. And you're just like, oh boy. Yeah, it looks like it's either going to be Jonathan or Libby, especially because they're original Malolo, and you know that Malolo's cursed, so most likely they're going to be booted, regardless of how annoying Bradley is. So Brad tells Chelsea, Libby. Chelsea tells Libby, Bradley. So Libby is also scared that, you know, there's tribal alliances with Bradley and Kellen. And I think she's just scared of turning and losing the numbers as well. Yes. But there's a lot of screen time for Chelsea. Look at her, like, turning up in the confessional.
I know, because she's probably next. I don't know. She does never speak. She never spoke. She never spoke even during the first episode. She had no lines. Nothing. I have nothing else to say.
Then we'll get to the tribal council, and you know, Jeff is asking probing questions. I was going to say probes. Jeff probes. What? How come I never thought about that before? Jeff probes. Jeff probes.
I think that based, because it's been around for almost 20 years. Maybe probes has always been about Jeff probes. I don't know.
I'm like mind blown right now. Holy Jesus. Okay, sorry. So Jeff probes the tribe, and you know, Dominic mentions that he has been burned by Libby before, and that those tribal alliances might stay strong, and blah blah blah.
Let's hear it. I didn't say anything.
Oh, and so no matter what, though, like Bradley. No, sorry. No matter what, Libby and Dominic actually have spent more time together, though, than Bradley and Dominic. Like, I know that Bradley and Dom had, like, you know, in the beginning seasons, but, like, I think that Dominic has now spent more time with Libby, even though she burned him. No?
Oh, for sure. Like, yeah, because, like, Bradley, like, left that tribe and then came back. So if Bradley comes back, he's going to be like, oh, What's this dick doing back here? Like, he's
Well,
been
and
dick.
also though, like Libby and Dom have been winning together too. So like, regardless of it being old Malolo, I feel that and she burned him. I do feel that they must have created some more bonds that they haven't.
There's a lot of scenes where they are just sitting down, the two of them, and they're sitting there talking, and he's like trying to get a read on her. But what we don't see, like, when we watch this show, as opposed to other reality shows where there's like a game and a voting aspect, this show really talks a lot about games. So you really don't see them talking so much about their lives and bonding moments. Is mostly just about game, which is great because that's what we're like tuning in to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But what would be really cool is if there's another episode where you got to see more of their like the bonding moments, like the fun moments.
There's probably, I mean, I don't usually watch them. My mom does, but the secret scenes, there's a lot of secret scenes. So maybe we should tune into those a little bit too to see maybe like a little gameplay or stuff. So yeah, Jeff goes into Libby and being like, you burned him once with like the whole Morgan thing, and she doesn't back down. She's like, listen, like that's where like the numbers were, that's where my tribe was going, that's where my alliance lied, and I had to go with what my alliance wanted at the time. And I thought that she was right in that sense. Like I didn't like the move myself, but I can understand that it's like, listen, these are the people that I've been working with, and we're trying to gain the advantage here. And yeah, it sucks that I have to use my friendship with Morgan as like a way to stab her in the back, basically. But at that point, she was more loyal to her original tribe, which I understand.
Yeah.
Sucks. I understand.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta survive, man.
So yeah, Bradley is justifying being argumentative and like kind of saying like, yeah, I'm a dick in my real life, basically, and I know that that's what I have to work on, and like I'm not really well received by that many people. And he talks about how him playing devil's advocate is just him he loves like conversation, and like he's delusional, I think, because I love conversation.
He's a weasel.
I love playing. I always play devil's advocate. I look at both sides of the coins all the time. I wanted to be a lawyer for a long time. Still maybe when I turn like 50.
Yeah, but like, but there's a smart devil's advocate where it's like, I play devil's advocate when I'm trying to change someone else's like thoughts or opinions, such as like they're really sad or they're like mad at something, and then I like to like try to use devil's advocate to be like, no, but like, we'll look at it from this perspective, and they're like that. Then there's devil's advocate, like what he's doing, and he's just a dick.
Yeah.
Like and where it's negative and it doesn't continue forward in a positive way.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's just rebuttaling whatever statement it is just to have the opposing statement. There's actually a guy that like a friend of mine's ex-boyfriend that used to do this. He'd just have an opinion that was opposite yours just to have a fight. And I was like, I hated him so much because I'm like, you don't even care about this opinion, but you just want to be a dick.
Yeah.
So that's...
Oh, yeah. It's okay. So, like, talking about reality TV and, like, someone just stating their opinion when their opinion wasn't needed to be heard. I ran into this guy who I've gone on a date with, and he really wants to be on Big Brother, and I really want to be on Big Brother, and he's been coming into my bar lately, and I've been, like, seeing him, and, like, and I'll be like, hey, are y'all caught up? And he's like, no. So, like, I approached these three guys. I know all three guys, and I'm talking to one about, hi guys, how are you? Hi. Talking to one about Big Brother. The other one goes, oh, Big Brother, like he knows what we're talking about. The other one is silent. So I'm saying to Jack, I'm like, hi, so are you all caught up? And he goes, yeah. And he's like, it's so boring because we're not on the season. Blah, 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 blah. I know. And then Alan's like tuning in, blah, blah, blah. And then Dennis goes, I could give two shits about Big Brother. Like, just to, like, throw an opinion in there would be, like, and I go, do you want to know what my rebuttal was? That's because I wasn't having this conversation with you. Like, word for word, it's like, oh my God, you all cut up? Blah, blah, blah. I could give two shits about Big Brother. That's why I wasn't including you in the conversation. That's why I was such a cunt. Excuse my language. But, like, I was such a bitch to this person. Like, because I was like, I'm having a conversation. Negative. Cool, I'm not talking to you.
I hate that guy.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, like, I could give two shits about Big Brother. Yeah, well, you know what? Clearly we do. But why did you, like, say that? Like, you just step off the curb.
I would have been really irritated.
It wasn't even that big of a deal. Like, I was like, it's like me going up to you, hey Chantele, how are you? Blah blah blah. And someone coming over, your shoes look stupid. Like, it's like something like,
I'm sorry, are you?
Get out of here.
Oh my god,
anyway, so they do a vote, and the vote is bop, 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 bop. Bye, Brad.
Bye, Bradley. Bye. Mr. Bradley.
He's like, shocked. Oh, you got me, guys. You got me. No, like, you got yourself, bud. Like,
you got. You shocked.
Shook.
Yeah,
but good. Bye. See ya. Like, I just like it when they're so confident, like, that they're gonna, like, do well, but then they don't even make it to the merge.
Yeah, he says, like, he's like, if I had made it to the merge, he would have won the game. I was like,
girl, bye. Girl, bye.
Did you say that because he didn't make it to the merge?
No, if he made it to the merge, like, he probably would have done really well, because of the whole Chris and, like, Dom. Oh yeah, this next episode's gonna be good.
Now I have a little rumor mill that I want to hear what your opinion is. So I heard that Dominic actually threw the challenge because he did want to target Bradley, because of the fact that he knew that Bradley and Kellen had such really thick tribal, like, ties from when they were all losing together, and so he wanted to break that up before they went back to the merge, because they wasn't sure if he'd be able to still like, maneuver him.
Okay, so where was that in the show?
Sorry, I don't know. I've heard it a few times.
Maybe it'll be on Ghost Island. I don't know, but, like, maybe it's in these hidden, like, scenes you're trying to grab.
I think it's like the spoiler people that know the spoilers, people that know, I don't know. So
or maybe the next episode, Kellen comes, like, when they merge, they're gonna be like, where's Bradley? Where's Bradley? Why not my Bradley?
Or maybe Dominic thinks that he could, like, control Kellen more without Bradley, and Bradley potentially could be a threat competition-wise, potentially.
Well, we'll find out next week. And that concludes our episode of Survivor. You gotta risk it for the biscuit. What's up?
I get no more points?
No, you don't get any more points.
So really it's $3.95 versus $2.45.
Subscribe down below. Yes, yeah, no, that's it. Well, you never know what's gonna happen on Survivor. All of a sudden, there's gonna be all these, like, twists and stuff like that. When they merge, guess what? There's gonna be no more 25 points, because only one person gets immunity, and that could be Laurel, that could be Libby, that could be 5 people. You know, but I still got 8 people. So we'll figure it out. It's a numbers game. So my name is Michael Pez.
And I'm Chantele Princess.
And you can find us at Realness with 3 S's on Instagram. And subscribe down below. And if you have any questions, comments, if you feel like we are talking our asses, if you think you agree with us, then just whatever, just like, an opinion is just an opinion, and we have never played Survivor, and we don't know how hard it would be. So, hey, we're just 2 reality nerds watching TV.
And taking notes.
Okay, so have a good one. Thanks so much for watching, and bye.
Bye.